card, please?
It's right there.
Where did you leave it to?
Right here.
Only one?
Yep.
Yeah. Where's the last name? Wilson?
Yes.
I will give you a ticket for the luggage, okay? When your check-in process is done, just show this ticket and the bellboy will take the luggage to your room, okay? Please, up the stairs. Welcome.
Yo, what's going on, everybody?
What's up, y'all?
All right, so real quick, first of all, if you've made it this far into the video, thank you for watching. Stay tuned. This is actually part 1 of this specific resort. But as you can see, we are at one of the restaurants on site, Las Cuevas. And we wanted to actually make people aware, if you're considering this resort as your stay while in Mexico, just a few things we wish we were aware of. If you're at the resort for a limited stay, you want to definitely take this into consideration, but I would say it applies to just restaurants in general. Of course, as you already know, COVID is impacting a lot, so resorts in general are already at limited capacity, so the same applies to the restaurants. So they want to make sure they keep things a lot more spread out. So with that being the case, make your reservations well in advance, because there is very limited capacity when it comes to these restaurants. So we were able to get into this specific restaurant and make a reservation, but we were actually unlucky for a few others. So we wanted to make sure people were aware of that. Just take that into consideration if you are staying at this resort, and just any resort in general, just due to the current times that we're in.
Absolutely. And that brings us to the next point is, if you do have a reservation at one of these restaurants, make sure you leave in advance. This resort is so large. It's very beautiful, but it's very large and easy to get lost. So make sure that if you have a reservation, leave in advance, because if you are late for your reservation, you could end up having an extended wait up to maybe 30 to 45 minutes. So definitely you want to keep that in mind.
Yeah, and I mean, just to add on to what she just mentioned, that is definitely something you want to take into consideration, because we're speaking from experience. So during our stay, it rained a bit. There's a couple of different alternate routes. The one we took it was actually flooded. So with that being the case, we prolonged and tried to prevent from walking through, but we had to actually walk through some water. There's a couple of different routes that you wouldn't get wet, so that is a key point. So that may even be your third point. Make sure you're familiarized with the resort upon arrival, or at least like she said, leave in advance if you're going to these restaurants, so you can make sure you get there on time. But guys, that wraps up this video. Again, as I mentioned before, stay tuned. We have part 2 to this series, but that's it for this one.
Hey, you guys, if you want to catch a vibe, go ahead and hit that subscribe, and we will catch y'all on the next one.
Peace.